this the Mecca right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they gotta get something out there. They gotta get something out there. All right, we're gonna start here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome everybody to Conversations with my brother Freeze Clark, rapping. You know what I'm saying? Seventh floor, the whole nine.
Yes, sir.
Doing the thing. Akron legend, Ohio legend, global legend.
Man.
You got dude, man. I can't believe we sat up on the phone that day and chopped it up like that.
Oh yeah, we was on for a minute.
Yeah, that was our whole day.
Yeah, we was on.
That was
Yeah,
like a shit.
yeah, we was on for a minute, man. It was a dope convo for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, we will start off here. Let's take it back to your inspirations of music as a child. What got you involved into the music and the arts?
Man, as far as the music, my uncles, they was always like, they had the boom box, from back in the day, you had the boom box with the tape deck, and they bumping the mix show, on the radio, all that. I'm listening to KRS-One, I'm listening to Slick Rick, I'm listening to, LL Cool J. I'm bad, when I seen the I'm bad video, I'm jumping all over the house, telling me to sit my ass down somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Talk about I'm bad. Just that whole era was dope. And then, my uncle wrote my first rap. And I put it on my granddad's answering machine. They let me the answering machine. So when you call their house, it's me rapping.
Do you still remember it?
I don't remember it, but I know I was like in kindergarten or something, but they liked it so much they just kept it on the voicemail. On the answer, well, back then they had the answer machine, beep,
Yeah.
message. But it was me rapping instead of just leave a message. It was me on there rapping.
Uh,
That was like my first rap.
okay. And that's just kind of got the juices flowing, huh?
Yeah, that's what got it cracking.
So what was the first crew that you rocked with?
Um,
Like, 'cause you know how like the kids always had like the little neighborhood crews, or were you a part of that?
yeah. So I had a crew. Actually, when I was like in the first grade, we had a little rapper crew. It was me, my cousin LT, and my dude Razzle Dazzle from Akron that rap. He do like the twister kind of style. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we had a rap group when we was like first, second grade. You know what I'm saying? Running around, on the playground like at recess. It's freestyle time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they'll tell me like to rap about this girl. You know what I'm saying? By second grade, I'm freestyle. I'm dope. By then, I done been rapping a couple years by now. So you know,
Uh-huh.
if she got on the bamboo earrings or she got on if her shoes is talking, then I'm gonna say that in the rap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm giving it to them every recess. So like at recess time, it's just a crowd around us, like, and we just going back and forth rapping about everything that's going on currently. Who
Yeah.
out there playing tetherball and who was you know what I'm saying? Who on the swings? I'm rapping about all that right here, right now.
Yeah. Just pointing it out. All right. Yeah. This is my whole song. Everything that's going on out here.
Yeah, it was just fun. You know what I'm saying? It was just fun. It was just all about having a good time and just enjoying the crowd and filling out the crowd and moving the crowd. We didn't even know
Right.
we was moving. We didn't even know what we was doing, but we was doing it.
Right. Right. At what point did you be like, as you're going through your progressions, like, I think I can do something with this?
Um, Probably not till I got to high school. No, middle
Uh,
school. I went to middle school, and they had a middle school talent show, and everybody was playing like violins and singing. And I'm like, no, I'm finna go in this show and rap. You know, they singing church song. They cheating with the church song because every time like do a
That's
church
a cheat
song,
code.
they be cheating, man. You know what I'm saying? They go up there and do a Jesus song and then they just win. But man, I had went up against this guy. His name was Larry Jacobs, and he beat me. He dissed me. He beat me in the talent show. So I was like, man, you know what? I gotta get my shit together. I gotta come back. You know what I'm saying? So by the time I got to high school, I was in that talent show. And I still hadn't recorded nothing. Like everything was just off the top of the head. I never recorded nothing. Just put the beat on, and I'm gonna make up a rap on the spot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how it started. I never recorded one song until I got to college, and my homeboy had a karaoke machine with the mic, with the recorder. You know what I'm saying? You put the tape in there and you record it. So that was the first time I ever recorded. I did a karaoke rap, and then it was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? And we was just it was like, cause I didn't even know I was even gonna make it to college, but I was so good with artwork that one of my art teachers was like, man, you gotta put some artwork in this contest. They giving away scholarships. In high school, I'm cool. I'm like a popular kid, so I'm like, I'm not even thinking about doing no work, nothing. I'm just in there chilling. We in the room laughing, but I get my grades just good enough so I could play sports, because we playing sports. So I always met the average so I could play sports. But school was kind of easy because I was naturally smart, so school was easy. Like my dad went to an Ivy League school. My granddad went to an Ivy League school, so I was like naturally smart, but I never really applied myself. So I kind of just,
Just enough.
yeah, I just knew just enough. I was more into like doing my music and my art. I was into freestyling and drawing and stuff. So,
Right.
that's what it was. But man, I ended up getting a scholarship to go to art school, so I went to Columbus. I moved away from Akron, went down to Columbus, and they used to have like a freestyle night at one of the local bars down there. So I wasn't even old enough to drink, but I'll go to the you know what I'm saying? I'm a teenager in school, and we going to the club, and we get cool with some of the older homies, so they buy us some drinks and stuff like that. And we chopping it up, and then they had an open mic night, so we go to open mic night. It was like on a Tuesday, so we doing open mic, and that was just some cool shit. But then you get down to Ohio State campus, they had this club called the Rhino, and the Rhino was like, it was a basement club. Like you go down into the club, like before they gentrified campus and did all the new shit, they had like hole in the wall clubs down there. So we used to go to the Rhino, and they had battles for money. So like you go to the Rhino, and then they might have a battle for $200-300. You know what I'm saying? So in college we ain't working. You know what I'm saying? We going to school trying to get our shit together, and they pay.
You like, let me get that 200. Let me go ahead and give it to me.
Yeah, we in there trying to get to the bag. You know what I'm saying? We seriously trying to get in there and get to the bag. So like, we in there battling, and it's down there coming to a fight, like, cause we talking about your mama. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about your sister and what we did with her, and you know what I'm saying? Any dirt, any little bit of dirt we can find on somebody, we bringing that to the cipher. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna get a little bit of dirt, but then it'll be somebody that'll be upset about it. Like they might it gets them out of their game, and then you end up getting that money. It's psychologically just, what I mean, punishing people. And that's how I really got started with music. And then like my second year of college, my roommate, he was from New York, so his uncle worked at the Apollo, and
Mm.
I never really took music serious. And he was like, well, this summer my uncle said he needs some help at the Apollo, so let's go to New York. This was 2001. He said, let's go to New York. We're gonna work at the Apollo. They're gonna give us $25 an hour to be on the stage crew. I'm like, hell yeah, 25 an hour to do what? Hook up some wires, So, boom, we get on the Greyhound, go to New York, because we Greyhounding back then. We on the Greyhound. we taking that 16-hour trip to New York. You know what I mean? Stopping every little Amish town.
Everyone, Pennsylvania seems like it's the world.
Man, they get in the bus. We on the bus. They funky as hell. We sit next to them. Hey, we trying to get to New York, babe. We got to get that 25 an hour. So I'm not even thinking about what's about to happen. So we get there. Just the real music industry. I've never been around it until then. So we get there, and my roommate, his family, they stayed like on the outskirts of New York. So we had to ride the bus to the city, and I think they stayed in Rochester or something. So we had to ride the bus to the city. So we ride the bus. Took us about a couple hours to get on there. We ride the bus to Harlem, get to the Apollo, and at showtime at the Apollo, they shooting like when they say this person won, they coming back next week. Next week is the same day. They shooting all them episodes like in a day, couple
You just
days.
run it. It's a whole day.
Yeah, so we there. The first day we get there, they like, yeah, you're gonna be working with Puff Daddy. I'm like, my first day at work. You know what I'm saying? And man, and they get there early because we gotta do like sound check, and we basically with them like the whole day because we gotta do sound check. Boy, that boy put us through he put the pressure on us. You hear me? I went from freestyling and playing around to nigga this Puff Daddy, and he cussing niggas out and telling people what to do, and I'm like, God damn, okay, you know what I'm saying? But
You're gonna earn that 25 an hour, goddamn it.
it was pressure off the top. I'm like, oh damn, okay, because it was Puff Daddy first night, and he had like a big entourage. It was like him, all the rappers, Black Rob. I met Black Rob. He had a rapper named Mark Curry, I think.
Yeah, okay, I remember.
Yep, Little C's, and he had like
Probably what?
he had these dancers too. He had like these Harlem Shaker dudes. They was there, and then he had some like a bunch of girl dancers. He had a lot of dancers. It was like a mini MC Hammer show or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot going on. So we in the back, and he directed traffic. Oh yeah, we had Tyrese too. I think the same day. We had Puff Daddy, and then we had Tyrese, and this is when Baby Boy was out. So Tyrese was like, he was top.
Yeah.
Man, Baby Boy was just out, and Tyrese was the dude. So in the morning, the first episode we do with Puff Daddy, it go good. You know what I'm saying? Everything went good. Puff came through, did his thing. And then the next episode we doing Tyrese, and it's the same day though. It's like by nighttime they like, yeah, we got Tyrese coming for the next episode. They switch the audience, because they get a new audience for each episode. And the way they pick the audience is the bad chicks is in the front, and the ugly ones is in the back, and that's just what it was. Like, okay, oh man, the Apollo was shrewd, man. They was shrewd, and by then Steve Harvey wasn't there no more. They had this cat named Rudy Rush. He was the host, and Kiki Shepard was the co-host. You know,
Okay.
yeah.
So
So
they was on that vibe.
yeah, so Kiki shot. Yeah, so Kiki. Oh, and I even had a man. I even had a R&B diva try to get at me. I was young as hell too, man. This chick named Blue Cantrell. She had this song. She was throwing all the dudes' clothes out the window and all that. That
Yeah.
video,
Yeah. I
man.
remember this well.
She was on my neck, boy. I was scared. I ain't even gonna lie. I froze up. She was older. I'm like, dang, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to work. She up here trying to take me back to the room. You know what I'm saying?
Distraction.
Yep. I'm trying to make some money. I was focused. But yeah, it was a fun time, man. And we did by the nighttime we did Tyrese, and I'm working security by then, so it's a million girls trying to get to Tyrese, and it was a dope experience. I got to work with Mary J. Blige. Uh, the the second day of work, Alicia Keys. Man, just went from being in Ohio
Yeah.
to being in New York around the industry, and then I'm like, man, they out here getting it. I really need to start taking this stuff serious. So by the time I got back to Ohio, I was ready to start record. Oh, we had an opportunity to we did such a good job on the stage crew. They asked us to come down and do the Michael Jackson special, which was that same summer. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and but at the time, since I was in school and my mom had took out like a bunch of money for me to go to school, I told her, I'm like, they want us to stay an extra week to work for Michael Jackson. She was like, man, you ain't working for no motherfucking Michael Jackson. If you don't ask, you can start school next week, nigga. No, I don't want to hear this bullshit about no Michael Jackson. I'm like, we didn't work with Puff Daddy. She ain't believe nothing. Cause
What?
we didn't have the camera phones like we got now.
Yeah, ain't taking pictures and none of that.
I got one picture the whole time. It was me and Puff Daddy,
Uh,
and that was the only picture I got the whole time. Most of the rest of the time I was working. You know what I'm saying? But she couldn't believe that. She couldn't fathom that. But I'm like, it's New York. They got everybody out here. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Especially back then. So taking in all that, you had like a bird's eye view of the industry. You started getting a feel for it. You come back to Ohio. When do you get in the studio and start dropping that shit?
So so I get to this. I get in the lab. I do a couple of mixtapes, and then they used to have this thing called the block party. So the block party, it'd just be one big ass party, just everybody coming out there kicking it. They got the whole street just pulling up with the rims on the cars, and all the girls is coming out half naked, and it's just all kind of stuff going on at the club and stuff like that. So the block party of I say 2002, um, Ampichino and them come down,
Mm-hmm.
and they big time. Like from I'm from Akron. I was always a hip hop fan, hip hop historian. I was
Right.
outside looking in at the movement that they had going, and it was big. They came to the block party. They had like a U-Haul truck. They had a U-Haul truck. One side got Epicino on there, and he doing this. He got the planets all in his hands and shit. And the other side got Chino Nino on there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like,
Yeah.
these boys is killing it. They doing it big. You know what I'm saying? I'm just on the outside looking in. I got the talent, and I'm doing the art, and I'm doing my own thing with the music. And then I had a homeboy named Mike P that make beats. You know what I'm saying? So and he was at school. We went to school together. We didn't even meet when we was in Akron. We met at art school down in Columbus.
Okay.
And he was dope. He could draw, he could make beats, he could do all kind of stuff. So he was tapped in with them. So he was like, I'm about to start working with And he dropped out of school. He like, man, I don't want to do art school no more. I just want to make beats. I'm gonna see, can I get a deal? I'm about to go work with these cats, Ampichino and them. I'm like, oh, for real? He like, yeah. He like, you want to roll with me? I'm like, yeah, let's go. So, we come to Akron and he in the studio making beats, and then I get in the lab and he introduced me to Amp. And Amp like, shit, jump in there and do a hook for me right quick. Let me see what you got. So I go in the booth and it's this cat Daniel Allen. He had made this crazy beat.
Shout out to D Allen, that's my man.
Yeah, D Allen went in there. He made this beat that was so crazy, and he's like, man, get in there and do me a hook. So I get in there, and it's going too, cause at the time I think, yeah, it was going, cause there was a lot going on. There was a lot going on. Akron was on fire. It was all kind of stuff going on. So I jump in the booth and I ace it. Like I give him a dope, stupid hook. He like, man, where you find this nigga from? You know what I'm saying? He like, damn, this nigga went in there and gassed some shit right quick. So then, from there, because I was living in Columbus. From there, they started wanting me to come down every weekend and record. So, I get in there, and then one weekend I get down there and he got Yuck Mouth down there. I got 5 on it. Yuck Mouth in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And Yuck come, he got like 5 platinum chains on. He icy. He got Rap a Lot. You know what I'm saying? Big Rap a Lot. Man, it was crazy. He came down with the Rap a Lot chain on and all that. Rap a Lot is well respected and well connected.
Very much so. Shout out to Rap a Lot.
Yep. So, damn, I'm like, damn, I'm in the studio with Yuck. I literally had just started recording probably a year before that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just started recording. And, a year later, I'm already in the studio with Amp and Yuck, and we working on stuff. And then, SIBO come down, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Threw me in the studio with SIBO. I get on the track with SIBO and go crazy. He like, he throwing me in there with the veterans, and every time I'm getting in there, I'm going crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Putting that pressure on, putting a little pressure on him.
Yeah, he put me in the lab with some vets. Like, you get in there with SIBO. You got to think SIBO rapping on All Eyes on Me. That's like one of the biggest albums ever. You know what I'm saying? It's the bald head nut. He was like the epitome of the gangster rap culture. You know what I'm saying? Real dude. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm in there with Yuck. I'm in there with SIBO. And then SIBO, like, I got some young niggas. I got my own group called the Mob Figures. So then, by the next year, the Mob Figures come to Akron. We in the lab working with the Jacka, the Mob Figures, and we all doing songs, and they jumping on our stuff, and we doing stuff with them. And it was just dope. It was a dope time. And man, it was nonstop recording. Like, I was doing double duty because they was forgetting that I'm in school too. So like I'm in school. Right. I'm commuting every weekend. I'm driving 2 hours every weekend to come record. Then Monday I'm back in school again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I done did like 10 songs in 2 days, and then I'm back in school. You know what I'm saying? So then.
So you really used to just dropping like a lot of joints. Like, all right, I got limited time, so I just got to drop.
Yeah, I had my verses ready when I got there, because if you was bullshitting, then Amp, he the type that'll just delete your shit. Like, oh man, get him out of here, man. He ain't erase this. We ain't putting this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. Do you think that's what's missing from the game nowadays with a lot of these independent artists? They don't really got nobody that's telling them your shit ain't hot. Because, like, cats is doing their shit in the bedroom and uploading their shit now.
yeah, it's yeah, they just letting them do whatever now. It's like they'll put everything out. Like it like for real, like we got some dope shit that never came out that's on the cutting room floor and it was super dope and it'll be like, nah, this ain't good enough. We gotta come harder. You know what I'm saying? But it would be dope, you know, like it'd be dope if the average person heard it, but you know, we was just so hard on ourselves that we wouldn't just put anything out. We'd make sure it was dope, you know, get it mixed, mastered, you know, spend that bread. And back then we didn't have like you couldn't just go on the internet. You had to pull up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You had to go to these different markets. It wasn't like you could just post your stuff on the internet. They want to see your face. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go. We was hitting up all these different hoods. I down there got killed one time. I was in Cleveland pushing my mixtape and I rolled up on some dude and he pulled a strap out on me like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? You know where you at? I'm like, I know where I'm at. I'm like, I'm just trying to, you know, I'm just out here pushing my music.
Yeah.
He like, nigga, you crazy. I'm gonna buy 2 copies just because your ass is crazy for even being up here. You know what I'm saying? So,
And I think it's still important. Like, I get the whole internet thing, but you still got to get out here and travel. You got to be places. You know what I'm saying? Establish them relationships, you know, just get a feel for some of these other areas and what they got going on. Let them get a feel for you, you know, live, up front in color.
yeah, that's a key element, man. That's what we love to do. You know what I'm saying? We love to get out there and get around. And when we go to different cities, we be like, well, what's the food spot? You know, who got the
Yeah,
weed? You know what I'm saying? We shopping. We ain't just coming to your city just trying to, you know, just act
yeah.
Hollywood. We really like tapping in. We coming to the soul food.
Froze up for a second, coming through.
My bad, I got these
We,
phones and they keep trying to connect. Hold on, about to turn these off.
but I feel you on that because when I travel, I don't want to eat at Applebee's or you know these franchise restaurants. Where the mom and pop joints at?
Mm,
I want I want the real food, the essence of that area. I don't need to eat no Applebee's and all them other restaurants. Like we can do that here. So it's pointless to go out of town and eat someplace same shit you eat here.
yeah, man. Yeah, we don't want that commercial stuff, man. We trying to go. We trying to go to Auntie's, man, and see what's crack. You know what I'm saying? What Auntie got, man? She got them yams. We trying to get some yams. We want the chicken dinner with the cornbread. You know what I'm saying? It might have a piece of white bread in there or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever the shit,
Green,
we gonna
green beans
fight.
with turkey in it.
Yeah, we need that, man. Come on now, this our people. Like we can't go to these different cities and not come shop with our people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Now, how did you end up hooking up with LeBron? I know you done some things with LeBron James from Akron. You know, how did you end up getting that going?
Man, so it's a long story and it's a part of the story that people don't even know. Like so like his last year in high school, I did a project. Some people had reached out to me to do a project for the children's hospital. They had this statue. They wanted me to paint the statue, you know what I'm saying, for the high school. So I did that. That was like the first time I had met him and I had got like you know, and then at the same time I was working I was doing some working for this company called Player Instinct. And then
I remember.
yeah, I was a designer down there. So like they had the cat John, and John was like the head dude in charge. He was like the main designer, and then you got Antoine who was running the whole operation. And I was just really a fly on the wall, just learning from them.
Right.
And like I think maybe his junior year, maybe going into his senior year, we designed a T-shirt for him and his family and stuff. Well, John designed a T-shirt, and John was like, "I need a logo for the back of the T-shirt." So I'm like, "Cool." So I did a logo for the back of the shirt. It was a LJ23 with a crown. You know what I'm saying? Super dope. It was just a dope concept. I'm like, yeah, everybody loved it. I think his mom might have wore it to a couple games, maybe a couple family members wore it to the game. And so when he went to the league, we was wondering what the logo was gonna be, and it was an LJ23 with a crown. So I was like, man, that is crazy. Nike is man. If they see a good idea, they gonna capitalize on it.
Yeah, they're gonna jump on it.
Yeah, so they kind of like took my idea, but I wasn't mad though. It was kind of like confirmation that I was on to something. You know what I'm saying?
Like, okay, I'm on the right direction. Just your insight and everything. All right, I see how they do it, and I'm doing